Hello everybody, this is AJay the CEO with another episode of Q&A with AJay. And sorry, I'm here in the media booth and they don't have the air on in here, so I have a fan over here. So please let me know if the fan is getting too annoying for y'all. Also, the computer here is acting up. It's like this is AJay the CEO doing a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't necessarily want it to do. Episode of Q&A with AJay. So hold on, let me get my stuff straight here. Media booth, and they don't have I was here at my church today, and I recorded a whole bunch of videos because we got a copyright strike on a video from last year. And the funny thing is, the copyright strike I got, the artist who actually does the song did not authorize the strike. So that video is going to be fun. I actually already released the raw, unedited version of that to the Patreon subscribers on patreon.com/AJaytheCEO. You can always become a part of that for as little as $1 a month, and you get some extra benefits. You get featured here in the credits and all this other fun stuff like that. So I think what I need to do is I actually already bring up the raw chat in another window. Maybe I can just bring up the chat over here so y'all can see it. And that way everybody can see what I was talking about, because some other people last time were saying they couldn't see. They wanted to see the questions that I was doing. So thank y'all all for joining me. So let's go ahead and let me readjust the screen so that I can do some picture-in-picture at the same time so y'all can see the chat. Alright, I think that's good. So, AJay the CEO here. This is where we help train you with media ministry stuff. To help modernize your media ministry, I missed off my cue like I normally do. See, I'm telling y'all, this is live. So let's go ahead and switch over to this, and let's go to our questions here. First off, hello to everybody. If you hear a low noise, I actually have another computer that's playing the live stream so I can just hear stuff is out of sync. All right, so Jack Wolf, hello. David, hello. Sonny S, hello. Vladimir, hello. Like I normally do. See, I'm telling y'all, this is live. So let's go ahead and switch Elder Cardoso, hello. Lady Unique, hello. First off, hello to everybody. Kay Cornwall, hello. I actually have another computer that's playing the Jarvis Gilmore, one of our awesome Patreon supporters. Hello, sir. How you doing? Hello. Audio Nick, Daniel. Community Services, hello. Maybe there's an echo. Hold on. Elder Cardoso, hello. Oh, lady. I had my computer on. Sorry. Hopefully the echo should go away now. Streets of Destiny, hello from Phoenix. Let me turn this other computer's volume down because I hear everything is fine. There's an echo. Hold on. Yeah, I see what it was. It was echoing the audio from my stream for whatever reason. My apologies for that. Let me close out everything else over here. Yeah, I had another window with a stream open. That was the reason why. Sorry about that. All right, folks, so we're back up. So let's cut back over here. Let's start it all over again. Hey, folks, this is AJay the CEO. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, thanks for stopping by. And on this channel, we focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. All right, so on Fridays, originally I was setting up to do a Q&A session, but we had a lot of stuff that's going on that kind of messed that up. But thankfully, it should start making it a little bit easier to start getting that stuff done. Man, we got everybody from all over the place. We got Zimbabwe, hello. Fabrice, hello. Marcus, hello. Joe Lennon, hello. So, hello to everybody. I appreciate y'all joining me. This is what I like to do, is on a Q&A session to try and answer questions that y'all have in the chat or what I've gotten in an email, and try and answer some questions that are outside that you can actually get faster from this than me doing a standalone video. Sometimes I'll do a standalone video as well concerning this stuff. So if we cut over here, picture in picture, I'm actually here in my church. Have my setup here, and I'm actually getting ready to do an install in Suffolk. I think I took y'all with me when I did a walkthrough with that. We're going to be installing the ATEM Mini Pro with a 1x4 Ori HDMI extender over Cat 6. Got a Sony 4K camcorder, and we're going to be connecting that to their Behringer XR16. This is a smaller church, but I'm going to take y'all along with me. I just did a video showing how everything works, and we hooked up everything here just to make sure it works. And I'm actually taking somebody with me tomorrow, one of the kids from the church who used to be a drummer here, and now he's going to college, and he's a graphic designer. Thinking about bringing him on board as an intern, but I'm gonna just take him with me so he can see what else everything is going on. But enough of me blabbing. Let's roll back here and let's see if we have some questions here. All right, let's go to David. He's the first one that said something. By the way, you mentioned Chrome Remote Desktop last stream. Since then, I've been using Chrome Book to do editing on my church setup. It's like a library of computers. Also, we can hear your monitor. Thank you. Yeah, I love it, man. Like, I'm here and I'm remoting into my computer to do some work and stuff like that. It's really beneficial. Like I said, I use this for my mom's stuff, so I don't have to drive all the way to Lynchburg to do stuff. Really cool. Hopefully y'all are not getting the echo, because I did have another window open, and that was the cause of that. So the only thing I have open now is the chat and YouTube Studio, where I'm monitoring my stream, which the internet just tanked all of a sudden. I was getting 9 megabits and now it dropped to 5. I don't know what's going on. I'm the only one here. I mean, the learning center is on the other side, but they're not really doing anything. Let's see. Hello. All right, everything is good now. All right, so now we're down to our questions here. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate the love. We are, for those who are in the For Me Media group, I highly recommend you join that, because once we hit 10,000 subscribers, which we are, let's see, how close are we to that now? Hold on, let me go to my studio here, and actually let me go to Social Blade, because then that way I can share that with y'all so y'all can see what's going on. And I will get to the questions here in a second, folks. Give me 1 second to type this up. So let's see where, and they don't show the full numbers here. So we're over 19,000. Yeah, we're closer. We're about 800 people shy of 20,000. Once we hit 20,000 subscribers, some lucky person in the For Me Media group is going to win a 4K video editing system that I put together. And this is my way of giving back to y'all. I appreciate all that y'all doing, because I wouldn't have gotten here if it wasn't for y'all. So I really appreciate that. All right, let's go here. I think Harold is the first one that has something. Helder, excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. My church streams with StreamYard, but the audio that we get from the sound mixer doesn't look good on the stream. Okay, how are you connecting that? I need a little bit more detail on that. Regina, hello. Caleb, after connecting my Canon DSLR with capture card HD60 to Elgato, the LCD screen turned off. Is that normal? Yes, mine does that too. I have a Nikon D5300 that does the exact same thing. So you should be good as long as you're getting video inside of your Elgato. Barnabas, any recommendations for simulcasting to YouTube and Facebook? Restream. Restream is what I really like. I mean, there's other ones. There's a new one that came out that somebody told me about. I need to find a comment and get to it so I can review it. But yeah, that is, I like Restream. I still use it. Caster I liked, but then they made their stuff go to a paid program. Restream is still free, as long as, if you're going to, like, if I'm going to my personal Facebook page, it's free. If I go to the church's page or my business page or my group page, I have to pay. But I stream to Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, and a bunch of other ones with Restream, and it's still free. And for those who follow me on my other channel, my gaming channel, which I really don't do that much on, Sir Triggerlot, I'm actually going to be streaming The Last of Us 2 that came out last night. So if you are not partial to profanity and a bunch of other crazy stuff like that, which is not in my control, that's the game, I'll be streaming that most likely with the ATEM Mini Pro tomorrow, well, tonight, after I got a whole bunch of videos that I have to edit. So we'll see. All right. Silent Chrome, what's up? My question is it possible for me to link the person that projects the words of a song in the congregation to my streaming PC or OBS to project the same words on my stream just via a lower third? Yes, you can. That's going to be a little bit difficult for me to talk through right now because I need to think through that. I know that is possible. Yeah, I got to think through that one. But yes, Silent Chrome, that is possible. Jarvis, again, one of our top tier Patreon supporters. Thank you again so much. Is there a way to auto format a text box so that the text fits around video in the corner of a screen? I like to try using Worship Extreme to do this. Yes, you can. But I know ProPresenter can do this to where you put a box and it will automatically fit to that. I don't know if the most recent version of Worship Extreme will lock that box in place, because what I used to have a problem with Worship Extreme is when you shrink the box to fit in a certain size, it doesn't cap the text. So you'll cut off the text and it will bleed over into a window that you can't see. I don't know if they fixed that yet. So Jarvis, I'm gonna have to follow back up with you on that one and see, because I think on this computer I have Worship Extreme. I just don't know if it's the most recent update. Yes, it is, because it just made my whole screen go black. So let me turn this off and let's see if we can show you what we were talking about. So here in Worship Extreme, let's bring up Sunday worship. And this is actually an example of something I did quite a while ago. All right, so let's see if we can pull up a template. So let's go to songs, let's go to templates, and we're going to do a lower third. So here in the lower third, as you can see, my margin is set to where it only does this text in this window. And why is my stuff not responding? That's 500. Okay. All right, 600. So the idea is we want everything to stay inside this window here. So if we come over here and let's do a new queue, and let's do, let's pick a background. Let's just pick this ocean one here. And then let's do a scripture. And I like James. So let's do that. And, oh, I didn't mean to hit that. And let's change I hit the pencil instead of the down arrow. We do lower third. And let me launch it and bring it up on the other screen here. And see, what we want is to make sure it stays within the window that we did. But if we go into this longer scripture, actually it's not running over. So maybe they did fix this. Okay, so I made the margin so that it doesn't go over and it will stay inside of this. I think they must have fixed it, because I was having issues earlier on, maybe like this time last year when I was running this, and the words would get cut off and stuff like that. So yeah. So Jarvis, yes, that is possible. I have to play a little bit more with it, but I mean, based off of the text that I just did with the scripture, it fit within the confines of that. And again, if you play with the margins like I had, mine was at 800 down 2020. It stayed within the confines. So hopefully that helps you. And always hit me up on Patreon if you need any more help outside of that. Garth, hi from the UK. Hello. How can I monitor the audio output when using media capture in scenes using OBS? All right, so what you could do with that is, let me open up OBS here. And you want to monitor the audio output. Now, there are two ways you can do this. If I'm bringing in, all right, so we have a media source here. All right, so right here, I have sound right here. This is the first way you can visually see it, is just from here. If you want to actually hear it, what you need to do is click on this gear here, go to advanced, and I have the sound muted so it won't come through. So on this source, I want to do monitor and output, and the way I have this, now it's duplicating. Let's turn off that desktop audio because we don't want that. So now, if I had headphones, which I do, but I have it hooked up to my ATEM Mini right now, that if I went through this, you would actually be able to hear locally what's going on. That's what I was just doing on my other computer over here to monitor the live stream. But I always do that during our live streams here at church. I have the audio on low, but I have monitor and output. So that way I can actually hear what's going on, just to make sure all the sound is right. And that's how I was able to hear that echo that y'all were talking about. All right, I hope that answers your question. So let's minimize this and let's go to our next one here. All right, Helder, YouTube blocks links on here. So send that to me if you want. Let me just see what it says. Oh yeah, it blocks the link, so I can't even see it anyway. So Helder, if you want me to look at something like that, please email it to me at questions@ajayhomes.com if you want me to look at that. All right, Daniel, yes. All right, Daniel, this is a different question. Daniel was like, the echo is gone. Maybe you can talk us through inspiring people to get involved in the media team. Now, let me talk to y'all about this, because at my church, I'm 41, and I'm the youngest. Previously, I was the youngest person in our media ministry. And again, I'm a preacher's kid. I've been in church my whole life. And normally, let me know in the comments if this is true. Every time when you want to get a volunteer, you make some big plea to everybody asking this, and this to get people to come. And most of the time, people don't come. Because you make a general statement, you get a general answer. Where you say, hey, we want volunteers. Is anybody interested? You get a general answer, which most of the time means no one comes around. What I did different when I became the president of the media ministry in the last couple of years is this channel and what I do with video announcements, the way we did stuff, more engaging based off of what everybody is seeing on YouTube and Facebook. I brought that to my church so that when people were at home watching online, and then when they saw all that stuff, then they came here to church, they're like, man, it looks the exact same. That actually inspired people to want to come. Because again, I volunteered because I was interested in that. Very few people do that. If you do, be thankful for that. Now, if you want to get everybody else, you actually have to get them to volunteer instead of ask. That's just my thought. So what happened with me and here in our church, out of all the stuff that we've been doing, especially the success of YouTube, and then they're watching YouTube and now they're seeing Mr. AJay show up on YouTube, that kind of compelled them to be like, man, the same stuff he's doing upstairs in the media booth is what he's doing on YouTube. So that's how we ended up getting 12 youth from the ages of 15 to 26 to volunteer without me ever asking them to join. They came and asked to join. So I think showing them something of how, what churches really don't do is we spend so much time thinking that everything is just for church. We always say that outside the church is separate from the church and all this other stuff. I like to say, like, look, we do the same worldly skills you can actually do here in church, but then it's vice versa. Like, I've had kids who have been in the media ministry who've done this for 3 years, and now they went to college and now they're majoring in mass communications and all this other stuff, to where what they did in church helped give them a leg up when they went to college to continue what they're doing. So that was what I like to do. I don't like to beg and plead people to come. I want to entice them, to show them what they can do, and then it's their choice to volunteer. That's just me. All right, so let's go back over here. Hopefully, Daniel, that answered your question. World Outreach Christian Center Church. Using a Logitech C922 webcam, is there any way to perfect its chroma feature that disfigures the body? Honestly, no. I would do that inside of OBS instead of naturally inside of the camera. That's just me. Silent Chrome, another question. This past Wednesday, I got frame drops during our church stream. Strange thing is, I was the only person on the internet and I didn't change the OBS settings. I mean, it could be a bunch of things. It could have just been your ISP. I don't know what type of internet you have. It could be that. It's just live streaming has a lot of moving components. So it might not necessarily be you or anything inside the church. It could be something outside. It could have been the platform that you're going to. It could be anything like that. Jack, what are your thoughts on Streamlabs OBS? I like Streamlabs OBS. A bunch of people have asked me about that, and some people have actually specifically asked me to do videos on that. So once I get all my studio and my new setup on my desk and stuff like that, I plan on going over Streamlabs OBS as well as more detail with vMix. I like Streamlabs. I use that for my gaming channel. Makes it really simple. It's the same thing as OBS, but it has some plugins and some nice features that are built in for alerts and things like that. The Chuck Taylor, hello. Finally got my ATEM Mini Pro, congratulations, and I'm hooking up this weekend. I need to use OBS so I can use the animated graphics. Any way to record directly from the ATEM since it needs to be hooked up to my PC or just OBS? Any way to record directly from the ATEM? Yes, that's what I'm actually doing right now. Because if I cut over here, what I have right now is this hooked up, and I'm recording on this from here to record what y'all are seeing right now. So yes, you can record directly from there. Now, playing off of there is something different. Like you said, you would need a computer to be connected to that so that you can play those videos off of that. World Outreach Christian Center Church. Canva can remove the background of pictures, but can that image be put into a flyer? Yes, it can. Marcus Cooper. Hey, AJ, I got a hollow audio sound when listening to our live stream output. I fed from an aux channel on our analog mixer to a PreSonus audio box and then into our Vimeo account. Any advice? On your PreSonus, now, are you going directly into Vimeo, or is there anything else in between, like OBS or something like that? With the PreSonus, I know with the one that I had to make sure that that channel was going to mono, so it split between both channels. But I need a little bit more information on that one. Okay, Silent Chrome. All right, I will answer that when I get a chance. Jude. I don't even want to try and pronounce the last name because I know I'm probably going to mess it up. Is Prism Live Studio software a good option for church live streaming? Honestly, that's the first time I've ever heard of that one. So I don't really know. So let's actually look it up and see what it is. And I need a clean browser here. Let's see what that is. Prism Live Studio. I think somebody else was telling me about that. I didn't know it was Prism. I'm going to have to play with that. It's only got 3.9, which is don't waste your time with this app. And that was recent. I'm going to have to play around with this. I really don't know. And I really don't like recommending something that I haven't personally done myself. Jay Hernandez, can I use a router with no internet as a connection for NDI to cell phone to OBS? Yes, you can, as long as the router is has wireless. It's just going to act the same way. It doesn't need internet. The router is just like a network switch to where you're talking between two devices. So that works just like the same way. I have I have a Synology hard drive that connects all my data. That's why I use for storage of big files and stuff like that I share between computers. It's on my network. If the internet's not there because my router is sending out a DHCP IP address to all the computers, they can still communicate. They just can't communicate to the internet. They can communicate to themselves, just like I have here at church. I can communicate to the printers, everything like that. And just like with NDI, it will still work even if internet's not there. So your answer is yes. Just jumped ahead. Well, outreach, thank you. I really appreciate that. Brandon Wilson, I'm glad this stuff is helping here. Have you ever done a video on how to set up a Stream Deck with ATEM Blackmagic switcher using BitFocus Companion? New to using the Stream Deck. Brandon, honestly, I've been meaning to do that. I just haven't had a chance because somebody asked me about that a while ago, and I just haven't had a chance to sit down and do that. For the Stream Deck, like, I don't know if y'all can see it. I'll cut this over here. This is the mini Stream Deck that I used to have on our live streaming system that I now have on our presentation system. And I bought the XL Stream Deck, which is at home, and I donated my regular one to my church. So now over on our live streaming system, we have that one. And their software lets you do certain things. Now, the Companion is another app that somebody wrote to where it can leverage the Stream Deck to do more controls with the ATEM, because the ATEM, Blackmagic gives you the SDK that you can actually interact with at the program level for their devices, so you can do way more things. And the Companion lets you do that. I've been meaning to play around with that. I set it up, meant to do a video on it, and I haven't done it, and then just life has happened. So I mean to get back to that, and I will let you know when we do. Let's cut back over here. Jack Wolf, can I crop my camera input into the ATEM Mini Pro? Yes, you can. That is a DVE feature. If I bring this up here, and what you want to do is, like right now, I have mine. It'll be kind of a version of picture-in-picture. You would play around with these settings and sizes to place it where you want to. You can do a border around it and all that other cool stuff if you wanted to, and you can set keyframes so you can do animations back and forth if you want to as well too. So yes, you can do that. Salvation Army Belize, hello. Garth, glad that helped. Sean Jenkins, lights. We are currently using 2 lights on stands in the pews, but are considering open up first Sunday in July. We need to mount lights on the wall. Thoughts on wall mounted lights aimed towards the stage? Sean, you have reached an area that I am a novice on, but I am actually working with some people to get me some, as a guy in a sister church to my brother-in-law and sister's church who knows lighting. I'm actually going to be working with him so I can get trained on lighting, so I can know that, because I'm getting to the point where more people are asking about that. So unfortunately, I can't answer that right now because I don't know, but when I get that information, I will let you know. Salvation Army Belize, can I project slides to the church in PowerPoint and live stream from the same laptop without the church seeing the OBS software working on the display, or do I need 2 computers? Yes, you can. You need 2 monitors. That second monitor is going to be the one that everybody sees, and then your other screen is going to be what you see in your operating. That's what I have, like right here. So if I zoom out, not in, on this system, and if I cut over here, this is how I have everything set up in that exact same way that you're talking about. So like right now, this is what everybody sees, and if I bring this up here, see, I'm operating on this, but this screen is what everybody else is seeing. So if I'm doing scripture or something like this, and then I cut over here, this is what everybody else is seeing. They don't see me operating on this. In the same way with OBS, if I was to capture this, and let's go here and say we're going to capture monitor 2. See, this would happen if you were only using one system without the switcher, and then I'm controlling all of this, and then this is what everybody else is seeing. They're not seeing nothing. And just so y'all to know, because this is being done through that software, I'm capturing this monitor in OBS. That's how that's seen. So everybody would be seeing this on your live stream, or anybody locally. So hopefully that answers your question. And let's switch back to here and to here. All right. Thank you so much. I'm using improved because of your help. Please have a look at our channel. I will Exalted Christ Church International. Yes, I will look at that after this is over. Daniel Jackson, that answer was great. You're welcome. All right. Silent Chrome, cool. James Johnson, how do you get a green screen for Zoom virtual background? How do you get a green screen for Zoom virtual background? Honestly, the green screen that I use the Elgato green screen. There are plenty of ones that you can get. Honestly, you can go to Marshall's or some type of fabric store and just get a green screen. That's really all you need. And I mean, you're talking about $5 for that. So they have some of these like $20. You know, they have portable ones like this, which I think is kind of expensive, that you can clip onto the back of your chair. So it stays that way. There are other ones that you can just hang down. Like I said, I have the Elgato green screen. This is the one that I have, a portable one. This a platform that stays behind me and just lifts up. Again, I mean, you don't have to break the bank. You can just get a screen, a green screen, and then just hang it on the wall, and it'll be fine. The lighting is what's important. Silent Chrome. Where can I save all my church services that I record online free? We use OneDrive, but it's storage limited. Honestly, I use YouTube to store mine. That's what I use for mine. Now, if you're talking about completely full unadulterated stuff, you're going to run out of space sooner or later for that. I mean, you can try. It depends on how big your files are. Because like I know I paid $19 a year for 100 gigs of storage with Google Drive. You can look at Dropbox. But again, we have a Vimeo premium plan that gives us 3 terabytes of storage. So we do that there. But I mean, we don't really record that much. I have an external drive, like a Synology with 8 terabytes, and I can always add a drive if I want to. I use that for storage, but I only keep that stuff in storage for like two years, and then I flush it out. And that's the raw video that I use. To Chuck Taylor, misunderstanding. I meant record to HD while connected to computer, since there's only one USB. Can you use a hub so that you can use the ATEM as a webcam for OBS and still record? Chuck, no, the hub doesn't work that way, because once you hook a hub up to the ATEM Mini Pro, that's only out from the ATEM Mini. I honestly, I tried to do that as well too. It doesn't work that way. But honestly, in that type of setup, what I would do if you're already going to OBS, I would just record in OBS. That's how I do that on my system. That's how I would record it. And then I'm recording it in HD, the same thing that's coming in locally. Fabrice, hello from Morocco. Minimum speed for internet required to live stream. Depending on your resolution, if you're going to do 1080p, you want at least a minimum of 10 megabits per second upload speed, preferably 15. That's what you need. 7 to 8 is good if you're going to do in 720p. So something like that. Which camera plug is good? India Caleb was saying, which camera plug is good? India camera or OBS plugin? Sorry, not understanding that. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. And I think my time is going to be limited on this Q&A, because I recorded a whole bunch of videos using my Rode Wireless, and they are maybe at around like 10%. So I might have to, plus I did another Q&A earlier this week. It's a, I'm sorry, Caleb. It is the OBS plugin. You need that so that OBS can see NDI. You need that anyway. And then I also, yeah, that's what it. Barnabas, if I am taking sound from the mixer to my computer, how best can I edit it before it goes through OBS, then Facebook? Honestly, put a mixer in between. You can get, like, I have a 5-channel mixer that was like $50. And you want to do a mix like that if you really want to do some adjusting that way. Well, Caleb, the NDI camera app and the OBS camera plugin are two different things. The NDI camera app is just for like your device, like an iPad or something like that, to broadcast that into NDI for something to pick it up. The OBS camera plugin, unless I'm mixing the two up that you're talking about, the OBS camera plugin is one that turns OBS's output to show up like a webcam for different devices like Zoom and things like that. Now, if you're talking about the OBS camera app that was made for the iPad and the iPhone, I would go with that over NDI because that uses the actual cable to connect to your computer. Excuse me, and it's always going to give you better connection than over the network. MJP 49ers, all righty. Art long time, will this be up on a YouTube channel later? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. And with that, folks, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down because I'm getting that notification that my mic is getting ready to end. Like I said, thank y'all so much for joining me. We got a bunch of videos coming out. I have the walkthrough of installing the ATEM Mini Pro. The dry run here, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. I actually have another video talking about how to do the YouTube dispute of a claim that came through and what to look out for, what to do, what not to do, and not to be so nervous. Don't let these people jump down your throat and make you scared, because some of them are legit, but a bunch of them are con artists too, which happens to be the one that I'm doing. Came across today. What else we got going on? I had another person that asked a question about how to do a playlist of music on OBS in the background. I did that and didn't recognize it, didn't capture anything, so it was a black screen. So I'm going to be recording that again. And I'm going to be doing, I still owe y'all the video of testing out, does the ATEM Mini Pro completely outdo having to have a dedicated live streaming system? I might even test that out as well too. Let me jump back to this one last question, two last questions real quick. And these are the last two I'm gonna do. Ebon, I currently have an X32 board and an ATEM Mini. When I send an out from the board via XLR, I get feedback. You need to go into the ATEM software and come over here to the gear at the bottom, go to audio, general, and change your line, that connection to a line in. Because if you're coming into the line in, these are defaultly set as mics, and they are a lot hotter than what you're going to come in. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm doing an install of a Behringer X32 in Lynchburg in a couple of weeks, and that's the exact same thing I'm going to be doing as well as tomorrow. That's how I'm going to have their ATEM Mini Pro set up as a line in, as not mic. That's probably why it's getting so loud. And Barnabas, last question. How do you best connect the camera as webcam for live streaming, cable or wires? I always do cable, always. Wireless is only if I have no other option, but that's how that's gonna work. So thank y'all so much, folks. Like I said, if you are not already a member of the For Me Media Group, a link is in the description. It's free to join. Just make sure you follow the rules. And the main rule is no live streaming in the group, because Thor's Mjolnir hammer is ready to ban anyone instantly who does that. That group is meant to help other media ministry personnel, volunteers ask questions and get answers. I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, just like everybody else I'm assuming is in the group. We don't need you preaching in the group because that group is not for that. That group is for training. So if you post a live stream in that group and it's not meant for a learning type of situation, you would get banned. All right. So anyway, really excited for y'all to join that. But I say that to say that every time this channel, I hit a new milestone, I want to bless somebody as best as I possibly can. So when we hit 20,000 subscribers, this giveaway is going to be only for people on the Facebook group. It is a 4K video editing system that I've recently built, brand new. No one's ever used it except for me when I was putting it together. And some lucky person is going to win that. And the only way you're going to do that is if you're a part of the Facebook group. And again, you can join. That link is in the description. We got a bunch of other things going. Our next goal that we're going to hit is going to be, I think, 30,000. And then after we hit 50,000, it's going to be 50,000. Well, actually, I'll do it every, I'm saying right now, we'll do it every 10,000. But we're going to hit 20,000. Then the next goal is 30, 40, 50, all the way up. And when we hit 100,000, boy, you better get ready. We about ready to do some serious stuff with that. So, the name of the group is the Media Ministry. Well, let me just show y'all what the group is. How about that? That would make that a lot easier, wouldn't it? So if we come over here, this is the group, the Modern Media Ministry Made Easy. All you have to do, you can submit that to join, search for it, and you have to answer the questions. Once you answer the questions, you're automatically going to be added into it. And again, like I said, the main rule is don't live stream in the group. I had to post this multiple times. You will unlock the achievement of being banned for life if you put a live stream in here. We have moderators as well as other admins who are watching this, but we do a lot of stuff in here. We have cool people like this. We have Hal Raines, who showed his live stream using vMix in the backyard, which is really cool. And this is where we just learn from each other how to do things. We got a bunch of questions being asked. This is where I started talking about how to dispute a copyright claim before everything comes out. And we got people showing cool setups and just everything. And it's meant to be a forum to where people can other media ministries, personnel, just like me and you, can sit, talk, and chat. Every 2 weeks, we do a Zoom live stream with me, and it's a round table where it's not just me answering questions. It's all of us just in a more intimate setting talking and about the ups and downs, the good, the bad, the ugly of what we're dealing with and how to handle that and make everything better for our church. And that's kind of the environment where that is a safe place for us to ask questions without any ads or people just annoying and stuff like that. And that's what that community is for. Open for anybody to join. And that's where we're going to be blessing the next giveaway winner at. So anyway, I think I've blabbed enough. If you haven't, please make sure you subscribe, because subscribing helps the channel, puts it out in front of more people. Because as of right now, let me actually jump over here so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. See, I'm giving y'all all this extra stuff that I normally don't do. Give me a second to log in to the back end of the studio so I can show y'all what we're talking about. We're going to go to analytics. And we're going to go to audience. And if we cut over here, this is why this is important. First off, out of the people who are subscribers, only 16.7 have notifications turned on. Wow. And if we scroll down, out of all the people who watched, 77.3% of the people who watch on this channel are not subscribed. Just imagine that. By people subscribing who are watching, we easily could hit 100,000 that easily. But that's the reason why I asked y'all to do that, and we're all over the place, and I'm really thankful for that. But anyway, now really enough of me blabbing. Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great day, evening, night, wherever the time zone there is. And for y'all who are in the media ministry, if no one's ever told you, I appreciate what you're doing, because you're helping spread the message of Jesus Christ throughout the entire world and helping to minister to people that we'll never meet. And you are an e-missionary. Thank you so much. We will see you on the next video. Where's my key out? Later, folks.